Hi, Tanya. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What's your name, my dear?
Well, my name is Sophia, but I go by Fifi.
Okay, so you would prefer for me to call you Fifi?
Yeah.
Okay, so Fifi, you're on the air with Tanya TKO. And for those of you who are just tuning in, we're having a live advice hour where people are calling and asking questions about anything on their heart, mind, or spirit, anything, any question. So what is your question, Fifi?
Well, I just got out of a relationship. I'm
Uh-huh.
27, so I started dating this guy when I was 19,
Okay.
and he was really abusive.
Okay.
And I just feel like I'm gonna miss him, but also feel bad because I was with him for so long, so I don't know what to do to get over him, and I don't want to attract the same type of guy because I'm kind of shy and soft-spoken. So it seems like I get the same type of guys that want to control women and make women feel bad. So what should
Okay.
I do?
Well, you know what? First things first. There's a book for anybody out there who has been in an abusive relationship, whether the abuse was verbal, physical, psychological, sexual, because these abuses they manifest in so many different ways in relationships. So anybody out there who has been in an abusive relationship, please get this book. The book is called "Why Does He Do That?" Can someone type that in the room for me? Why does he do that? You can find that on Amazon. And basically the book, when you read the book, what you're going to come across is you're going to come across many different archetypes of male abusers. And when you read it and you find your particular guy's type of abuse in there, you will realize that it's not unique, that there are other people out there who exhibit that type of behavior and enact those maladies onto other people as well. So first, educate yourself and do some research on how people get into abusive relationships. What is the there are books out there. I forget there's a syndrome that happens to people once they stay in abusive relationships. There's a syndrome that happens, and I forget the name of it right now. It escapes me. But take some time in reading up on some of the things that you experienced that made you say, was it physical abuse or verbal abuse?
It was verbal abuse because he wasn't working and always was working, and I would like buy a car and stuff like that. He'll call me a loser. He called me
Okay,
ugly. He said I'm not
that
going to be with
okay.
me.
I got the idea. I got the idea. So, is this the first abusive relationship you've ever been in?
Yeah, this is my first relationship. I was, afraid to leave him because I didn't think I could really get anybody,
Right.
honestly.
Have you have you ever witnessed anybody else in an abusive relationship? Your mother, an aunt, someone on TV?
No, my mom, she never really brought men around me. It was like a secret thing, so I didn't really know anything about relationships.
Okay. And so you said that you had a fear of attracting this back into your life. Why do you feel that you may attract that type of man back into your life?
It's just the way I feel about myself. I don't feel too good about myself because of my life. I'm overweight, and I never really got men to come to me. And if they did come to me, they always seem to have like a problem, or they just be like, well, I want you to be my other girl. Like they were like players and playboys. Like I could never get a guy that I thought was attractive or
Okay.
was desirable.
Why are you overweight, dear? Why? What's behind this fat?
I like to eat out a lot. It makes me feel good. Like I like to eat fast food a lot.
Well, okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So you like to eat out a lot because it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it that? Okay, let's. What is it that you like to eat?
Yeah, I like to eat like pizzas and hamburgers, French fries.
Okay, so what's your all-time favorite food to eat that you know that you particularly maybe should not be eating? Your favorite. What's your favorite?
Steak burritos.
Okay, baked. Did you say baked burritos?
Steak burritos.
Oh, steak burritos. I was about to say, how do they bake these now? Okay. So steak burritos. I want you to just imagine with me, okay? Just imagine this steak burrito, right? I want you to just close your eyes and I want you to picture all of the flavors in this steak burrito. And I want you to just imagine it inside your mouth and I want you to imagine the flavors inside of your mouth. What are you feeling right now?
Feel good.
Okay. What do you feel good about? What is this? What is it satisfying inside of you? Tell me, how do you feel? What emotion comes up?
I feel relaxed because I know I'm eating something good. It's like exciting too. It tastes so good.
Okay. So you feel some excitement. You feel relaxed. Let me ask you a question. What would happen if, because, you know, we also self-medicate with food. We self-medicate with food as well. What would happen? When did your overweightness begin?
About 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago. So you were not overweight before that?
No, I wasn't this heavy. I was like, my lowest was 160, but when I got laid off from my job, I had lost weight and I was down to 160. But when I got another job, the hours was crazy and I started eating out a whole lot.
Okay. Well, you know what? Listen, it's really not about the food. Honestly, it's not about the food. Being overweight is psychological. And I'd like to know, were you a fat child?
I wasn't fat, but I never had a flat stomach. I think I was like average.
Okay. And so you said over the past 2 years, you've kind of just ballooned up in weight.
Yeah.
Okay. And that also happens to be around the time that you were in a relationship with this man.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a quick question for you. You stated that there were men who were coming up to you who wanted you to be their other girlfriend. Who were these guys who were coming up to you and asking you to be their other girlfriend? When was this?
This was like recently, like about 5 months ago. Like at my job, guys would come up to me, but I know they have like another girlfriend. And then a guy around my house, he said he had like a baby mama, but he still liked me. He wanted to go out with me.
So, and how long have you been broken up from this boyfriend that you were with?
Well, this was recently. I just broke up with him like a week ago.
So while you were in the relationship with him, there were other men who were approaching you who were saying that they wanted to date you, but that they were dating other people. And you felt that you were not good enough to be the main girl, that you were somehow lesser than than any woman who deserves to have a man to herself. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay, so let's start talking about all of these things. You feel bad about yourself because of your weight. What else is that you feel bad about yourself because of?
Well, I don't think I'm as sexy as other women my age or attractive because the way I dress, the way I wear my hair. I don't get a lot of attention that I want to get from men.
Okay. So you don't feel good about your hair, you don't feel good about the way you dress, and you don't feel good about your body weight. Anything else?
And my personality, I feel like I'm kind of boring sometimes. That's
you
it.
feel that you're kind of boring. Okay. All right. So let's start with the overweight thing. Number one, I want you to really start thinking about why you're overweight. I want you to think about this drug, because if you listen, I'm going to break it down for you. Food, when we eat food, the food is converted into chemicals that go throughout, that weave its way throughout our bloodstream and our bodies, etc. And different foods interact, the chemicals of different food interact with us in different ways. So if you're eating your very favorite food and your very favorite food is making you feel relaxed and it's making you feel happy, I want you to take a few moments and think, what else can I do? Because you're using the food as a drug to self-medicate. Ask yourself, what else can I do to feel relaxed? What else can I do to feel satisfied? And think about some other activity that you may be able to participate in, because the food is just it's a temporary fix. It's a temporary fix. But it's like, there's so many women out there who are feeling sexually frustrated, or they're feeling that they need a break. And instead of going to have intercourse, they'll eat something that satisfies a part of their pleasure center that they can eat, that the chemicals will be able to go into the part of their brain that helps them feel, euphoric. So before you go to eat this next food or this next item that is going to be deteriorating to your health, because you need a certain feeling from this food, ask yourself, what else can I do to get this particular feeling? Okay, can you do that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, and then report back to me how you feel, because there are other ways. Like if you want to feel some excitement, what else can you do to feel some excitement? So you need to just take some time to kind of figure out what else you can do in place of eating that. Sometimes you might need to go watch a scary movie, or go read a good book, or go do something and get your entertainment elsewhere, because it's becoming a vicious cycle where you don't feel good about yourself because of the weight, and in order to satiate and satisfy that feeling of ineptitude inside, we eat something that transfers into chemicals in our brain that makes us feel better temporarily, and then the guilt builds back up again because we're like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that. So I want you to follow those feelings back to the core, and then get on top of that, because maybe perhaps part of the reason that you needed to stuff yourself was a feeling of emptiness that you had from being in this relationship. So rather than getting rid of this person that was making you feel empty, you stuffed yourself with food to make yourself feel full. So so one person inside the room, tall, dark, and handsome, is saying that one thing that you can do to get some excitement or to feel active is to go to the gym. Perhaps you might need to incorporate some different activities into your life that can help get your heart rate up, and you know what? Working out helps you release serotonin. That helps you feel better about yourself. It helps you sleep better. And you're going to have to spend some time really repairing your self-esteem from this relationship that has left you torn and tattered. So take some time out, watch some of my videos on self-esteem. I have a few of them. Have you seen any of them?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them.
The videos specifically on self-esteem. So participate in healing right now, because right now you need to triage the emotional abuse that you've been going through. Get that book, Why Does He Do That? And then also spend some time watching some of the videos that I've done on self-esteem and really repairing yourself. So I hope that was helpful.
Yeah, it was helpful. It was very helpful.
Okay, well, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, Tanya.
Okay.